Hi guys. Yes, good evening. Dito na naman tayo sa ating live. Where is my lesson? So, good evening, guys. Na-miss ko na ang live. Tagal na hindi naka-live. So, we have here, meron tayong topic ngayon. Just do it. And the lesson presentation natin is for this week lesson. But before that, we got to share muna. Share muna tayo. Okay. Tama ba to? Okay. Tama ba to? Okay. Tama ba to? Okay. Ay, nako. Kaya naman pala. So, we got to share to our Mocha. Welcome. You're the first to come tonight. Yes, welcome, Mocha. Welcome to our live stream now. So, start now. The first to come, Mocha. So, I'll have one raffle entry for tonight. Yes, I'll be giving you one raffle entry for coming. So, everyone who come here in my live stream will have one raffle entry for the next live stream. Thank you very much. I'm just looking for my pen. Where is it? Why can't I see my pen? Sorry, I don't know. Another bag. And another one bag. Sorry. I can't see my pen. So here it is now. Yes, Mocha, you're the first to come. Okay. You have one raffle entry. Okay. You have one raffle entry for the coming live stream that we're going to have. Uh, so I just have to continue. Thank you very much for coming here. And we have a topic that we're going to discuss. We go to our lessons first. Our lesson presentation. Okay. So we have Sabbath school lesson for this week is entitled the title is Extreme Heat. Okay. So Isaiah 53:10 says here, "Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him, he has put him into grief. When you make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand." So, as the wife of the famous Christian writer C.S. Lewis was dying habang ito ay malapit ng mamatay, ay ito yung sinulat niya. Not that I am think that I think in much danger of ceasing to believe God. The real danger is coming to believe such dreadful things about Him. The conclusion I dread is not, so there is no God after all, but so this is what God's really like. A grief observed, New York. This is 1961, page 6 and 7. When things become really painful, much of us, or some of us, reject God completely. For others naman, para sa ibang mga tao naman, like Lewis, there is the temptation to change our view of God and imagine all sorts of bad things about Him. The question is just how hot can get can it get? So ito yung tanong para sa atin. How much heat is God willing to risk putting His people through in order to bring Him or to bring about His ultimate purpose of shaping us into the image of His Son? So we have something to do about crucible as continuation. So we have Romans 8:29. So for this week, we are going to study about Abraham and the crucible, um, then wayward Israel, the surviving through worship, and on Wednesday we have surviving through hope, and Thursday we have the extreme heat. Okay, so lahat na ito ay may kinalaman para sa ating lesson for this week. Okay, so it is all about or it focuses on several biblical examples that help us understand further why the why of the suffering and the hows of overcoming evil and suffering. So the example of Abraham's readiness to sacrifice his own son. Yes, this is one of the examples that we can going to review for this week is Abraham sacrificing his only son to God because God asked it from him. When God commands do not make sense. So dito sinasabi na Abraham's readiness to sacrifice in obedience to God teaches us unreserved trust in God. Even when God commands do not make sense, still we follow God, like just like what Abraham did. His continued presence in our lives and His work restored the relationship with a wayward, backslidden people. So here we can see how God's love works in our lives. Together with Job, Paul teaches us that love and faithfulness to God, His kingdom and His mission in the world is the most fulfilling experience that we are going to experience as Christians in a Christian life. Of course, there are things we do not understand, but the Christian goes through suffering and death armed with Apostle Paul's view of struggle. Who shall separate us from the love of God, or from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation, distress, famine, nakedness, peril, or sword? So we can read it in Romans 8:35. No, nothing can separate us from the love of God. So we're going to discuss this topic for the whole week, and we got to know more about the great love of God to mankind. So here, okay, only Mocha. Mocha is the only one have a raffle ticket, so we just have to continue. If there's two others who will be coming, we have to continue with our topic for tonight. Just do it. So ito yung pinaka pag-aaralan natin. Okay. Actually, this is an article from the Health and Home. Matagal na itong Health and Home, 1990. The author is Nina Paikar. So, uh, pag-aaralan natin kung paano yung tinatawag na ma-overcome natin ng fear. Okay. So, that's why the title is Just Do It. Just do it. Okay? So, um, one person is being exampled here. Mario's pretty good diver, but when it's time to try out for the team, he always has something to do. Parati siya na kinakatwiran niya pag meron ng competition or meron na tinatawag na team, they're going to parang pinaka-contest, sasabihin niya sa sarili niya, may gagawin ako eh. Hindi siya mapakali. And he's not, uh, he's always on the go of any other activities. But many people knows that he can do it. So you won't admit it, but the truth is that Mario's scared. Natatakot siya. So that fear is the one of the thing that uh, will uh, block our success or our talent and our skills and our experiences. Okay. He is afraid he'll hit the water wrong and make a lot of fool of himself. So that's why whenever there's a call for a competition, he always says, I have something to do, even though he has nothing to do. So Anna likes Tony a lot, and there's a party coming up. Ito naman ang isa si Anna. So likes she really likes Tony, but somehow Anna never gets around asking Tony to go with her. Hindi naman siya nagsasabi na, oh, can you go with me? Can you be my escort? Can you be my escort with the GS or what? And she's afraid she'll say the wrong thing, and Tony will think she is stupid. So Mario and Anna are going things the wrong way. Takot sila sa mga bagay na gusto nilang gawin, pero meron silang tinatawag na fear. And somehow, this fear uh, always is present even in everybody else or in all of us. Fear is always there. Um, um, Maybe you're like Mario, or maybe you're like Anna, letting fear keep you from doing things that you like or what you want to do. So here are some three ways experts are telling us so you can help yourself, or I can help myself. First, talk to yourself in the right way. Kausapin mo sarili mo sa isang tamang paraan. And feel your fear and do it anyway. Yeah, pakiramdaman mo yung takot na yon. Yeah, tatanggapin mo yung takot na yon. And just do it anyway. Gawin mo na lang. And never learn not to put things off. And another one is yung tinatawag na procrastination. You're going to do it today, supposed to be, and then you're going to say, tomorrow na lang. Okay, I'll just do it tomorrow. Until all the tomorrows are gone, but you have not done certain thing. Yes, it's very, very, mm, the opportunity always pass and go, and you have done nothing to grab it. So, naalala ko nung when I was young, I have what we call height of the, I have fear of height. Tawag doon, aerophobia. Pag nasa taas na ako ng building, parang mahuhulog ako. So, I would rather not look down below because uh, parang there's a magnet that will bring me down below. So what's going to have that phobia? So one time we were going to go up Mount de Loro in Cavite, and I told my husband was still alive during this time when we go up there, and she said, "Okay, come, let's go." So sabi ko, okay, nag-ano lang ako, kunwari, wala lang. Pero when we are in the middle of that mount, those Pico de Loro is wide range of at the foot, but going up, it becomes uh, smaller and uh, it has the what we call a short top on top or narrow top. So you have to pass on the rocky area wherein you cannot hold anything but rocks. And when I looked down below, I could see uh, houses that are as big as matches, and also those trucks that are going that area. Parang napakaliit na. And so what I did is, I told my husband, maybe I can't go up. Why? Yeah. Because I have a dizzy feeling when I look down below. Nahihilo ako pag nakita ko yung ibaba. Well, you don't have to look down, you have only have to look up. Ay, hindi ko talaga maiwasan na hindi tumingin sa ibaba. Kasi from time to time, sa isang hakbang, titingin na naman ako sa ibaba. And really sabi ko, you should leave me here. So the rest of our team go up, and I was left in the middle of that fountain, and I just wait for them to go down or to go down together again. So that was my first climb where I was not able to overcome uh, my aerophobia. But then after that, there's a second climb that the same the same mountain, and I still go with them. But this time we go up on the other side of the mountain where there are some trees, some um, plants to hold on, but the same steep location. And I just follow my husband's suggestions that I will not look down whenever possible as we're going up. So I just follow the team and go up and never look down. And when we reach the top of the mountain, just a small portion for just for how many persons only? I think only 10% can be accommodated, and I was one of them. And I was so proud. I was so happy that I was able to overcome that height. When I looked down, the same, but it seems that I have overcome that fear over that height. So have take to yourself in the right way. Sabi po dito, take to yourself in the right way. Psychologist Hamster says we talk to ourselves all the time, 1,200 words a minute. So, kausapin natin yung sarili na natin. I don't know, what is the purpose of talking to your own self? And by that is says that some scientists believe that our minds contain different voices. So dito sa utak natin, meron iba't ibang boses na maririnig tayo. Quite often these voices argue with each other. No wonder we feel confused. So it seems that these voices are arguing, arguing with each other. So it seems that uh, we are always confused. Okay, so just share this one first. So so we continue. Sorry, merong mga interaction dito. So Hans Dieter thinks to listen to negative voices too often. Mas madalas na tayo ay nakikinig sa negative, ah, hindi sa hindi sa positive. So the mind, according to many researchers, is like a computer. Para siyang computer, yung ating mga isipan o ating utak, and more complicated than any man-made computer. The mind believes what it's programmed to believe. So merong nakaprogram na talaga, at we also program ourselves. So okay, think about it. Children believe what their parents tell them, at least till they reach a certain age. So mga bata, meron silang capacity to listen to their parents at merong age bracket. Usually 1 to 7 years old, these children are uh, capable of listening to their parents. So whatever their parents told them, they follow, they obey. So just here we can say that we're programmed by our parents at a very early age. Napo-program tayo ng ating mga parents because we have the capacity to listen to them. And Children believe that their parents tell them, and we're programmed by our parents. By that way, our teachers also, when we are in school, we are programmed by our teachers because we always listen to what our teachers told us. Yeah, I know that because I'm a teacher. And many times, when we have lessons that sometimes were presented to them, and their parents teach them, they will always say, "Oh no, that's not what my teacher say. Hindi yan ang sinabi ng teacher ko." So they always listen to their teachers rather than listen to their parents because they believe in their teachers. So at a certain age, this our children listen to their teachers in a way, and also in our society as well. Some when the latter age of children, in a special way, they have what we call peer. Actually, when you they were on the teenagers age, they have what we call peer pressure. So sometimes they were influenced by their peer that they believe their peers rather than believing their parents or their teachers in a special way. So we have this Hemstetter book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, and the Self Talk to Solution. It says here that we also program ourselves. Kailangan i-program din natin yung ating mga sarili. So that uh, researchers call it self-fulfilling prophecy. Ito yung pagpo-program mo ng iyong sarili. How many times you have told the result, this is going to be a bad day. At parating sinasabi natin, and then it really is. In a way, alam natin kung meron tayong prediction na mangyayari yung isang bagay, di ba? So attitude determine how we are seeing things around us. And some people say glass is half full while others see it is half empty. So I say when there's a glass, oh, for example, we have this one, the alcohol. Okay, when you present it to your student or especially to some group of people, okay, they will say different. Some will say it is half full, while others say will say this is half empty. So you can see the difference. Uh, uh, there's only one object that I presented, but two ideas goes out of the one who is observing or the one who is presented to. So we have this the best thing to say are your very own. Those things that fit your particular situation. So just make sure that they're positive and upbeat. Repeat them often if it is positive. But if it is negative, you have to avoid them. So repeat them if they are positive. Most of us have negative voices in our heads. They're always putting us down. So whenever we think about positive things or we observe that about things that could be a positive impact on you and then you say negative because what you look at it is negative, then uh, it will be set in your mind the negative that you have observed. To counteract them, think up a short, snappy comeback. Use it every time those negative. Use it every time you have those negatives. You use your positive inputs. So that will make you uh, remember. It will make you uh, placed in your mind the positive and shun away the negative. So we have do it anyway. So dito sa ano natin kanina na kay Mario, si Mario ay dapat sabihan niya sa sarili, he's a good diver. Yan. I'm a good diver. I can make a team and I can do it. And if he makes mistakes, everyone does, especially wala naman taong perfect. So sometimes you make mistakes. You can tell his nagging negative self. So what? No one's perfect. I'll do better next time. So yun dapat ang maging attitude ng isang bata or isang tao pagdating sa tinatawag natin na negative feelings or negative attitudes that is possessing you for a time. Do it anyway. In her book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, uh, psychologist Susan Jeffer calls negative voice the chatterbox. Ito yung tinatawag na chatterbox para sa kanya. And here, the little voice inside the voice that tries to drive you crazy. The chatterbox always tells us the worst thing that could happen in in a situation or any situation. It likes for us to think about choices as right or wrong. So sometimes it makes more sense to view whatever choice you make as the right one and no lose decision instead of no win. So when you're thinking about no lose, okay, or no win, when you say no lose, okay, it's a positive way. When you say no win, that's the negative way of describing or telling something. It likes us first to think the choices is always right. Yes, my choice. I have to make the right one. So we have use power words in your vocabulary instead of saying I can't. Say I can. I can't say I want. So pag sinabi mo kasi na I can't, hindi mo talagang ano yun. Uh, pag sinabi mo I want, hindi mo talaga gagawin. Pag sinabi mo I can't, hindi mo kayang gagawin. But when you say, instead you have to say I should or say I would. So it means um, I will try or I will do it. So that's the positive way of facing facing something or facing the negative uh, proponents of our minds. And use power words, okay, that are always positive. So pagka nagsasabi tayo ng mga negative, for example, minsan may mga tao na sasabihin, parating sinasabi, wala akong pera eh. Wala talaga, wala, as in wala. Lalo kang mawawala ng pera. Wala ka na ng pera, sasabihin mo wala kang pera, di lalong parang nada-down lalo yung sarili. But when you say you have money, sasabihin mo you have no money, maybe tomorrow I can have money. Okay. Siguro sa sunod na araw, the next day, I have no job, I have no work, sabihin ng itong mata. But then maybe you can put in your mind, tomorrow, the next day, I'm going to have a job. I'm going to apply. I'm going to have the job that I want. So always go on with the positive, with the positive. So says you're responsible for your own life. Responsable ka sa iyong sariling buhay. Yes? And think of problems as opportunities and as life as an adventure. So ang mga problema na dumating sa atin, they are actually opportunities for us to do better. Um, Parang di ako nakikita kung paano yon. Kapag may problema tayo, ay gumagawa tayo ng paraan kung paano mabigyan ng solution ang problema. Right? So, uh, uh, sometimes that problems are motivators. It can motivate somebody or encourage somebody to do better the next time around. So, kung natanggal ka sa trabaho at nawalan ka ng trabaho dahil you have done something that is not worthwhile, so you will be challenged to do something the next time around, do things that will boost your personality or that will boost your whole uh, being. So, gagawa ka ng paraan na magiging uh, you will be accredited with something that is worth how you worth yourself. You have how you see yourself as a person of worth, di ba? So, you are going to tell your chatterbox that you are not helpless, but you can handle things in the right way. So they are motivators, they are challenge. Sometimes problems are challenges in our lives that help us to be a better person. So each success makes us a little stronger. So pag meron tayong nagawa na isang success in a way, tayo ay nagtagumpay sa mga bagay na yon, ay nagpapalakas ito ng ating mga sarili. So it makes us uh, uh, stronger in a way, and we have what you call we have to try for many other things that comes ahead. So we can say, I did it, I can do it. So after you have done something, so Jeffers points out five important things that about fear. Ano tong mga limang bagay na may kinalaman sa tinatawag na fear or takot. So number one, as long as you grow and try new things, you'll experience some fear. So it's normal. Yes, normal to be afraid of or to have fear about something. And as long as you are growing and trying new things, that is normal. Um, that's normal. And not continuing to grow is a kind of death. At pag hindi mo ipagpatuloy yun, not trying to grow in a mature way, it leads to death. Uh, Magkakaroon ka ng tinatawag na pagkamatay ng isang bahagi ng iyong pinaniwalaan. Okay. Death to some principles that you want to achieve or to some goals that you want to reach. So, if you stop right there and then, yeah. But if you continue and try new things, and you'll be able to just do it, then that's the time that you can continue growing. You can continue to mature in a way. The only way to stop being afraid is doing something, is to do it. So, ito yung mag-stop ng fear mo sa isang bagay. If you try to do it, gawin mo. Gaya ng ginawa ko dati, di ba? That fear na hindi ako talaga umakyat dun sa bundok because of that fear. But then the second time around, I uh, I I really tried my very best to climb the other half of that mountain. I was able to do it. Of course, because I really wanted to overcome that fear of being on high places. So right there and then, after that, every time we go on mountain climbing, yes, I always join. I always join, and eventually, after a time, I the fear of height or the fear of the aerophobia they call it, I was able really to overcome. So you can see me always climbing on the mountain right now, even at my age, because I have overcome that uh, before. So we have doing what you're afraid of, despite of your fear, will make you feel better about yourself. Yeah, if you have crossed the line, but then crossing the line. If you have crossed the line and reached the other, um, or the if you have reached or crossed over the other line, the other side of the line, okay, you have uh, a feeling of achievement in your part, and you feel better about yourself, and that makes you believe that you can do it, and you can really actually do it. So number four we have is remember that whenever people try something new, they are afraid too. So lahat naman ng tao na nagsisimula o nagtatry ng isang bagong bagay, okay, they are afraid of. Uh, Nalala ko when I was, yeah, practically, I tried lawn tennis in school. Actually, that was the first time that I played lawn tennis. And parang takot ako, sir, mag-practice kasi nga, siyempre I was not used. I only play basketball and volleyball. But lawn tennis is another, yeah, something new. There's something new for me. But then my friend always coax me, said, you try it. Just have to hit, just try that. Just hit the ball and then to the other side. Just hit the ball and uh, pin it on the other side of the uh, net. And so I did it. So from that time on, yeah, I have the courage. I got the courage to to play lawn tennis. And whenever we have sport fest, when there's no representative, and I was asked by our young people, Ma'am Terry, we have no tennis player. Can you represent us? I actually said yes. Malakas na yung loob ko. Because they always see me having my lawn tennis racket on my back whenever there is a sport fest, just in preparation. So something new will always give you the feeling of fear and apprehension and doubt. But if you try on it, just do it. Just try doing that. You will overcome your fear. Number five here, it's easier to do the fearful thing than to live with the feeling of helplessness that comes from not doing it. So, mas maganda nang na-try mo kaysa you have that feeling of regret later on of not trying to do it. So, kung hindi ko siguro tinry yun, um, habang buhay na akong hindi natutong mag-tennis. Because I tried it for the first time. Out of fear, I did it. I hold the racket and I hit the ball going back to the other side of the net. Yeah. Then from the time on, I was able to play. So the best way, Helen Keller once said, Helen Keller is one of my favorite author. He is blind and he is deaf, but is uh, known uh, in all parts of the world. Once she said, the best way is always true. So learn not to put things off. So ito yung tinatawag na procrastination. Yung isang bagay na pwede mong gawin ngayon ay sasabihin mo, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then that next tomorrow that comes, you also say again, tomorrow. Until all the tomorrows have gone and you have not done that specific thing that you are supposed to do. So, in overcoming procrastination, psychologist Albert Ellis and psychotherapist William Noss explain how to get through to stop putting off what you know needs to be done. Follow these four. We have these four steps. Figure out. You are going to figure out what event or experience has made you procrastinate. Ano ba yung event? Ano ba yung pangyayari na hindi mo nagawa yung sa araw na yon? So, Anna wants to ask Tony to the party but she keeps putting it off. So, yun, ginawa ni Anna. Hindi naman niya niyaya, hindi naman niya siya nag-suggest that they are going to be partners in the party and always putting it off tomorrow and the all tomorrow have gone and the schedule have been finished. Number two, look at your look at your rational beliefs. Okay, Tony might say no. Anna will feel bad and irrational belief. Tony will think Anna's stupid. She'll never be able to look him in the face again. She'll die of embarrassment. So look at your rational belief. No, doon ka na sa ano, what is your reason why you are procrastinating? Why you have to do it the next day or the next day and then the next day. So you have to face it and do it and do something about it. Look at the emotional consequences, how you feel. Anna puts off asking Tony. So there is what you call emotional consequences. So pag hindi mo nagawa ito ngayon, okay, hindi mo rin magagawa bukas. Di ba? So, you put it off for today. Then the next day, you have to put it off again until you have really not accomplished that's something that you want to do. Under time lapse and um, there's no more time. So we have number four. Examine how you behave when you feel like this. Anna puts off asking Tony. So you examine um, how you behave when you feel like this. Ano ba yung behavior mo sa isang bagay na to na gusto mo gagawin, dapat ay ngayon, bukas mo gagawin. Ano ang magiging behavior mo? Uh, of course, that fear that you have in your mind will always stay there. It will always stay there, and it will never uh, leave your mind. But if you do that something, and whatever the result, positive or negative, at least you have tried to do it or to say it. Then all your uh, fear are gone. And hope, okay, nobody cares about it, but it's only you who can feel the courage, can feel the fulfillment if you have done something. So Anna wants to change her behavior. She can come up with a new way of thinking about the whole thing. So dahil hindi niya ginawa yun, dahil nasa negative, he's only thinking about negative that will be thought to be a stupid, right? And maybe cannot look at the face never again if ever he rejects. Yes, uh, you have. She has to change the thinking into a positive one. So, like Tony, I want to know if he likes me too. Parang ganon. So you have, he has that um, in his on in her mind that whatever circumstance happened, he has to do it or has to say it. So, and then wait, of course, for the result, as long as he has done it. So I won't really die of embarrassment to the another thoughts that must come into her mind. Hindi naman nakakamatay yung when you try something, di ba? So you will not die of embarrassment with that. At least I know where I stand. If he says no, at least she knows where she stands. Kung lalapit pa siya or hindi na or have to avoid the whole thing. At least she had tried her very best to inform. So we have, uh, and he might say yes. We might have a really good time together. So that's the positive thinker. Okay. So always think of the positive. It's very, very important, especially as we have some goal or something we want to accomplish. So I don't ask him. I never know. Yeah. Kung hindi niya tinanong, hindi niya malalaman. Whatever stand or wherever she will stand in such uh, relationship. So the positive thing is that I won't be quite so afraid. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So this must be the attitude of someone who has that negative thoughts in her mind or in his mind. You can use this way of thinking to help yourself with any kind of problem. So with other problems that we are facing, yeah, you can have these positive inputs in your minds and in our minds, so that come what may, we are able or we can be able to face it squarely and with courage. So now you've got the tools, you know how to talk to yourself to say good things and how to handle and how to shut the chatterbox up. You feel to feel the fear and do it anyway. So you know how to stop putting off difficult things. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself into changing the way you think about things. So ikaw na mismo yung magpapalakas ng sarili mo na kaya mo, nagagawin mo, and you have to do always be on thinking about positive things. You're ready to accentuate the positive, estimate the negative, just do it. Talk to yourself. This is a sample of positive things that you can tell yourself. Kausapin mo yung sarili mo. Of course, kailangan malaman mo kung Dahil 'pag kinausap mo yung sarili mo, ikaw rin mismo yung sasagot. Hindi naman sasagot ibang tao, it's only you who will answer. For example, I'm a good, I'm good in something what think you're good. You can have your list. At every day I'm getting better. For example, say I'm good in shooting basketball, and every day I'm improving. I am uh, going better every day. So ganun lang yun, positive. Of course, you have to do something about it. Of course, you have to have that motivation in your own self that what you say it will be the outcome. Next, we have I choose to be healthy, helpful people, cheerful. Okay, when you are healthy, you can be cheerful, you can be positive, and you can be trustworthy. So you have to choose a decision for yourself. And next we have is my attitude toward anything is up to me. Yan. Yung ating mga attitude para sa ating sarili ay nasa ating sarili yon. How we foresee or how we see things going are are going in our lives. My attitude toward anything is up to me. So you are the one who shape your destiny. So I learned from my experience. Each experience make me stronger. So the experiences that we have every day, whether they are um, whether they are good or bad experiences that we have, they always teach us lessons in life. So they are part of our lives that will help us to do better the next time around. Next, I'm a good person. I care about others. So you can add other qualities. So being good, if you are honest, I am uh, courteous, I am polite, or I am courageous. Yeah, other positive things that you can say about yourself can be included in this part. So you have to be thinking about the positive sides that is in you to make you a better person. Okay, so that's all for today. Uh-huh. Meron ako dito nakita kanina na pwede ko ano yung mga news. Yeah, gems for thought. Ay, parang nano ko na ba to? Okay. So we have, babasahin ko na lang to. Gems for thoughts for you and me. Great thoughts like shade trees will not be here to comfort future generations unless we keep them growing. Yeah, yung mga puno daw na mga puno ng kahoy ay hindi siya makapagbigay sa atin ng comfort na sila ay magbibigay ng lilim sa atin, sa ating mga buhay. Not unless ay panatilihin natin sila na lumalaki. We keep them growing and not cut them down. Right? So, by Val Palmer. Next we have is that life which makes encouragement a characteristic of each relationship with other people will fulfill a deep and fundamental need of friendship, support, and trust. Again, ulitin ko, that life which makes encouragement characteristics of its relationship with the other people will fulfill a deep and fundamental need of friendship, support, and trust. By Neil Strait. Next we have is the fundamental truth of democracy is that the real pleasure of life are increased by sharing them. Okay? Ulitin ko ulit. The fundamental truth of democracy is that the real pleasure of life are increased by sharing them. So whatever we have uh, about the democracy is that um, we share the pleasure of life. We share them to other people. So by Henry Dwight. Sabi ni Sylvia Robinson, some think if it's holding on that makes one strong. Sometimes it's letting go. Sabi dito, sometimes, sabi ni Sylvia Robinson, some things holding on that makes one strong. But sometimes it's the letting go. Yung bibitawan mo yung isang bagay that will make you stronger, not holding up. So, nakadepende siguro yun sa situation. You have Lord Chesterfield says, true politeness is perfect ease and freedom. It simply consists in treating others just as you love to be treated yourself. True politeness is perfect ease and freedom. It simply consists of treating others as what you love to be treated it with yourself. Okay. So ito yung tinatawag natin na the golden rule. So what you want others to do unto you, oh, you do it. What you want others will do also to you. Life is too beautiful. How shall I bear it? Love answered musingly. Why don't you share it? Ayan. Life is too beautiful. How shall I bear it? Love answered. Why don't you share it? Yeah, just share. Share your love, share your life with others. Next we have is Robert Browning. Yeah, it's one of my favorite writer. Take away love and our heart is a tomb. Tanggalin niyo yung, sabi niya, tanggalin niyo yung pag-ibig at ang ating puso ay maging isang libingan. Take away love and our heart is a tomb. Okay, we have here, remember that anger is only one letter away from danger. So, anonymous ito. Remember that anger is only one letter away from danger. So we have this for tonight. And thank you. There's only, meron akong 1 million in the house only. Hindi dumating yung katropa. Only 1 million up to this moment. Thank you. Thank you sa pagpanatili mo dyan sa ating live stream. There's only one. Merong isa lang na nagkaroon ng raffle entry. natin. Wait mo, sandali. 2 million in the house. Okay, 2 million in the house. Pwede ka mag-ano dyan para mabigyan kita ng raffle entry. Okay, just comment. Para mabigyan kita ng raffle entry for the newcomer. Okay. Oh, just have silent LS na ako ngayon. For the meantime, Tatapusin ko to yung kanina. Chance. Okay, siguro tutugtog ko muna to, yung mga tinugtog ko ng nakaraan nung umuwi ako sa bahay. I think I have thank you such a million in the house. Yung ano na yung kanta kanina maganda. Special number. Ang ganda ng aming special kanina. Watch and pray. Okay. Diba ang ganda? Diba natapos to? Ang ganda ng ano kanina, yung special number. Tugtog na lang ako muna. Ayan. Kailangan ko maggawa. Ano na ako ng aking mga review. Others we have is this. Ano ba ito? Ito na lang. Ayan, ito. Ginawa ko ng pag-uwi ko sa bahay. Ayan, walang magawa. Yeah, I am about to reach my 1.5 hour this time, guys. And we got to end. Okay, so we have only 1 million in the house left. Mocha, you have one raffle entry for tonight. You're the only one who have one raffle entry. So I want to pray before we end. Pag-pray ko pala yung, yeah, two persons ang kasama ko sa prayer. Si Ate, si Ate Evelyn Aconya. Meron siyang ano sa goiter problem. And also, yung pinsan ko, si Jose Ojos Jr., na meron naman dural cancer. During operation ay hindi na ni-touch yung cancer niya sa small intestine. So, ang ginawa lang ay nasa plan B. So, sana ay tuloy-tuloy na pagalingin ng Panginoon yung pinsan ko na to para siya ay patuloy na lumakas at hindi lang sa physical kundi sa spiritual na kalagayan. So, let's pray, guys. Father in heaven, thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for uh, two persons who have visited 2 million in house, who have visited my live stream. Be with them, Father, and also bless those who are watching within this live stream. Also be with them in a special way. Pray for Ate Evelyn Aconia na meron siyang goiter problem. Pray that I will bless her, Father, and um, heal him, um, heal her continually, and bless the medications that she's taking in right now to work wonders in her body as well as on the special organ that have some problem, goiter. Especially I pray also for my pinsan, Jose Ojos Jr., who has already undergone the operation, but uh, because of some problems was not able to direct the plan A operation, this ripple operation that is being done to him. We pray, Father, that will continually be with him and heal him continually also, that they will be able to be back to normal life and not only to be healthy in physical but also in spiritual aspects of his life will be changed. Thank you, Father, for the promise that will be with us tonight, and also bless those who are watching with us. Bless them in a special way, Father, whatever problems they are in right now. Be with them and console them with the comforts that are coming from right from you. For we believe, Father, that thou art the owner, the provider of everything that we have, and also the one who can give solutions to our problems that we are facing. And be it physical, spiritual, financial, and many other aspects of problems that people may face today. We pray that they will be with us as we sleep tonight, and also thank you for the angels to be in our midst to watch over us. Thank you, Father, for hearing and answering our prayer, and forgive us wherever it comes here today. For this all we pray in Jesus' wonderful name. Amen. Yes, guys, thank you very much, and God bless. And nako, I have reached my 1.5 hour time.